to go.
Hey, good afternoon on a Thursday edition of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thank you so very much for being with us here on this Thursday, March the 26th, our 34th day together. Tomorrow we'll wrap up 7 weeks we've been doing this show, and we are tickled to death to be here again.
It's been 7 weeks.
Been 7. Oh, yeah. Yeah, depending on what day we're in here, it feels like 22 weeks, days with Horace.
Oh, that was bad. That hurt me.
You walk right into that one.
That hurt me.
Yeah, 7 days, 7 weeks some days, and some days 47 weeks and counting. But anyway, we're
yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good, Tom. Good job. All right. So anyway, we're here, 7 weeks tomorrow, and loving every minute of it, having a good time. And I rip him, and he rips me, and we just go on about it. It's like an old married couple, isn't it? Just kind of, I bust on you, and you bust on me, and keep trucking.
You got it. Keep on going.
That was a pretty good smoke one, you got to say. That was a good one. That was like, boom, hit him upside the head. So anyway, we got lots to talk about today, and it is a packed show for sure. We got stories about Chase Elliott. Here's some names you'll hear about. Bill Belichick, Chase Elliott, Jared Cosart. We'll talk about him coming up here in just a second. Rule changes for the National Football League. There's some being put in place. There's some more going to be decided next month, or actually in May when the NFL owners meet again. But they've made some changes. We'll tell you all about that. Also, if you're a Patriots fan or a non-Patriots fan, what they were doing during the course of the season has now been termed or deemed illegal. We'll tell you all about that coming up. And here's something. Mark it down right here on March the 26th, 2015. Something that's come out that's going to change NASCAR. It's going to change sports as we know it. I promise you. Big, big story. It's about 4 pages in on one of the local papers, but coming out of the NASCAR camp, big, 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 as Andy says. Andy, it's big, really big.
Then why is it on page 4?
I don't know. I couldn't figure it out because once I read it, I thought, this is huge. Monumental. You wait and see when I tell you about it. Today's Bible verse, by the way, we unashamedly dedicate the show to the man who hung on the cross. And again, it's Psalms 25, verses 4 and 5. Wait on me. I will show you my ways. I will teach you my paths. I will lead you in truth. I am the God of your salvation. Wait on me. I will show you my ways. How many times in my life did I get ahead of the Lord? Train wreck. Wait on me. I will show you my ways. I will teach you my paths. I will lead you in truth. I am the God of your salvation. Psalms 25, verses 4 and 5. You ever get ahead of the Lord?
Ever get ahead of him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's stupid.
Oh, yeah. It's train wreck. It's just I'm thinking, why would I do that? And now I don't. So we let him drive the bus, and he's driving the bus on this show. And we dedicate the show to him. Our sponsors, again, Bristol Motor Speedway, American Import and Auto Repair. We'll hear from Junior coming up in a little while, promoting tickets. Again, at the world's fastest half mile, the last great Coliseum. Love it. Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, Book Lovers Warehouse, Larry Kaiser Nationwide Insurance, Cherokee Barbershop, home of the Gator Man, Mike's Medicine Mart, Bays Mountain Park, Wells Fargo Financial Network, and by the kids at Bracken Asphalt Maintenance and Paving. Today, Buzzer had a prior commitment, so we're quizzing you today, big dog.
So
look up there on that 7. It won't change. I can tell you that. When I get done, it will not change. I promise you. Sports trivia, it ain't going to change. You want to do a side bet?
No.
All right. It ain't going to change.
Well, if I'm doing it today, are you going to get Buzzer to do it tomorrow?
If she can. If not, we'll have someone else. But, yeah, this is your trip in the hot seat this week. So, and I'm feeling good about this.
But then again, we've met and exceeded our quota of buzzers this week.
We have?
Oh, yeah. But with you playing the game.
Oh, well, we may have to. I feel good there's going to be 2. I think there's going to be 2 buzzers when we get done here. We got 7 up there, 4 for me, 1 for you, 1 for Gator, 1 for Buzzer. So I guess I would say, if I wanted to gloat a little bit, when you get up here that 4 beside your name, call me. We'll talk about it. Until then, I'm the Captain
You've
Kid.
been in a slump, though, big guy.
Yes, I have. You're exactly right. And where was Davy Crockett born?
Right up the road.
There you go. All
Now,
right.
but that wasn't a question to me. That was a question
to
to you.
me. You got it. So,
Right.
but here we go. Got lots going on here, and we'll start. I think this has, and also, did I say something about Donnie Tyndall? We're going to talk about Donnie Tyndall in a minute.
Yeah.
The UT men's basketball coach. Here's our lead story today. Miami Marlins pitcher Jared Cozart said he was, quote, caught off guard by the firestorm surrounding his alleged sports gambling activities and is cooperating fully with Major League Baseball investigation.
Caught off guard.
Yeah.
If you're gambling, and you're not supposed to be gambling because it can reflect badly on you and your team, why would you not expect it when it happens?
He's playing dumb. I can tell you what he's doing. It's
well, he is dumb if he was gambling.
It's CY tail, cover your tail right here, or CYT, cover your tail. Cozart, 24, allegedly exchanged multiple direct messages with a gambling authority on his Twitter account at an undetermined time, and the interaction became public when it was shared on the social media site by a third party. Now, Cozart told reporters that any Twitter accounts that have appeared subsequent to his deleted original account are fraudulent. Okay? Unclear whether Cozart's alleged gambling ties revolve around baseball betting or sports betting in general. Major League Baseball rule number 21 clearly prohibits gambling on baseball. So now he's learned from some of the best down through the years. We're going on a rabbit trail. We're talking about Twitters. No, we're not talking about Twitters. Did you gamble? Not how we found out about it.
Right.
So he's going, well, the first Twitter, and I've deleted, put out another Twitter, and it's fraudulent. No. The question is, sir, answer the question.
Did you gamble?
Did you gamble? It's just that simple. How we found out about it is irrelevant. But anyway, his alleged gambling ties revolve around baseball betting or sports betting in general. Again, Major League Baseball Rule 21 clearly prohibits gambling on baseball.
Was Rule 21 enacted prior to Pete Rose or after Pete Rose?
I don't know. So
be interesting to see that.
They talked to the manager, Marlins manager Mike Redmond. No comment. Everybody's backing off of this.
Oh, yeah, they ain't going to touch it with a 10-foot pole.
No, not with a 10-foot pole.
No.
So Marlins acquired Cozart from Houston in a seven-player trade back in July. He's scheduled to start against Houston tomorrow night in Kissimmee, Florida. Team announced that he's been scratched from the outing because of a blister in his right middle finger. There you go. Huh. Yep. So anyway, they're going to – there again, we're on a rabbit trail. We're down to chasing Twitter accounts, and nobody's actually saying, okay, man up, tell me what you did or didn't do.
But this is a lesson, too, this goes for young people, period, and if you're trying to get a job anywhere. Social media today will be your downfall if you don't watch what you say and watch what you post.
Yep.
That's just a word to the wise there. Word from the wise, I should say.
There you go. Well,
and if he did this, and it's on Twitter, that's how they found out about it. Social media got him.
Again, let's go back to the top of the story here. Allegedly. Well, now you don't allegedly.
You don't allegedly.
That's why, if you're allegedly, then why Major League Baseball doing an investigation?
That's exactly right.
Allegedly exchanged multiple direct messages with a gambling authority. Boom, done.
There's a trail.
Guilty.
There's
so
a
now,
digital trail.
Yeah. So now all I need to know is, are you betting on baseball or betting on sports in general?
Right.
In general, I guess that's I don't know. But Major League Baseball Rule 21 clearly prohibits gambling on baseball. Now, if he gambles on baseball and they find that out, then that opens up a whole new can of worms. A guy named Rose may go, hey, Commish, can I have a little time with you? Because he did it, and what are you going to do to him? What are you going to do? You see what I'm saying?
Oh, exactly right.
All right, so we'll keep track on that one. Marlins pitcher Jared Cozart says he is cooperating fully with Major League Baseball investigation into allegations of his sports betting. Now, you have seen Godfather movies. I have seen Godfather movies. This kind of thing they don't like out there.
No, they don't.
There you go. They don't like that at all. So, direct messages with a gambling authority. So now he's really got kind of a double whammy here. He's got Major League Baseball on one side, and he's got the folks that apparently he was interacting with on the other side, and they don't like to be brought out in the light. You know that, and I know that. So, whether he did or not, well, it remains to be seen. If you bet on baseball or bet on sports in general, two different animals, but betting is betting. So, now the question is, what is the rule of Major League Baseball if you're gambling on sports in general? Is there a ramifications for that? I don't know. But anyway, this guy's in the hot seat under the microscope, and it's not going to go away. Jared Cozart, pitcher for the Marlins. and he's not pitching tomorrow night. He's got a blister on his finger, so he's out.
Yeah, they found a little bump on his finger and said, "You got a blister. You're not pitching."
There you go. Because that is item number one. Item number two, a guy you like a lot, Bill Belichick, upset. Oh yeah.
I'm crying a river.
Oh yeah, he is really upset with the NFL. And so, we said last week they had proposed, they being the NFL, in this case the Patriots, going in front of the Rules Committee to present adding cameras on every sideline, particularly in the end zones, to see, controversial play, to see if it can be more accurately called as far as instant replay. NFL shot that down yesterday, and Belichick apparently goes to a meeting and just goes nuts. I mean, apparently he used some language, stood up and was very – give me a little volume. There you go. Yeah. Patriots coach Bill Belichick strongly voiced his displeasure that the league did not want to spend the money to put 4 cameras in the end zone to give referees better angles on replay reviews. The source who was in the meeting says Belichick made his point with choice language. And he also went, this guy's a piece of work.
That's why I don't like him.
Well, see, I thought maybe he was just like not a bad boy, but a whipping boy for the media. I just thought maybe, but this guy must be a real piece of work.
No.
And so.
No. And he surrounds him with people just like himself.
Yep. Belichick expressed concern that the league is willing to spend top dollar to send the Pro Bowl to places like Brazil, play regular season games in London, spend that money every season. Doesn't appear willing to spend the money to pay for the extra cameras it would take to cover all the end zone angles to assist instant replay. Belichick has lobbied for that at length in recent years. The Patriots repeatedly have proposed that fixed cameras be positioned on all boundary lines, sidelines, end lines, goal lines to supplement camera angles provided by broadcast networks. So apparently he got up yesterday and vented using choice language to the folks in the National Football League, and it didn't do any good. They're not going to do it, but he apparently got his one shot and really let him have it.
Okay, now NFL stands for what?
National Football League.
So why are we playing in London and going overseas for the Pro Bowl? It's not the International Football League.
Well, that's his point.
It's the National Football League.
Yeah. Well, his point is.
I know, but it's a little sidetrack here. Why is the NFL spending money and continuing to promote a business that's a national business? It is American football. Now, if they want to promote it overseas, fine. Have an International Football League.
Right.
And I think for a while
that's his point.
They did what was the World WFL for a while.
Yeah, World Football League.
Yeah, but I don't know how it was related or not. But
no, it was all American stateside. But so you're siding with the guy you don't like now. So you are now in the same bucket as Belichick.
Only to the point where NFL should stick with what they did in the. I mean, I don't believe in the cameras either. Mm-hmm. Football became Well, how am I supposed to say this? I said it last week.
I don't know. I'm nervous. Go ahead.
You're nervous.
How'd you say it last week? I don't know. But
it's
go
like
ahead.
NASCAR. What drove me to NASCAR and like NASCAR was the way things were. Mm-hmm. Okay, and it's all about the money. It's all about entertainment. So they're trying to tweak things. Human interaction is part of the football game.
Right.
Referees make calls, bad calls, good calls. I don't care. It's all part of the game.
Right.
When you take that element out, why bother having a referee?
Well, that's where we're headed.
So, I mean, it's ridiculous.
I mean, that's –
and it's not – that then becomes a game of not what it was, what drove fans to watch the ball game. If I want to boo a ref, I mean, that's part of the enjoyment of going to a football game. If you don't like something, you boo it.
Right.
Okay.
I'm with you. But you're siding with the guy you don't like. See, you're right there with him because that was his argument. If we're going to blow money in Brazil, blow money in London trying to build a fan base, why can't we spend why can't we spend money stateside and make our football games better?
He wants the cameras. I don't. There's a difference.
Oh, yeah, that's what he wants. He wants cameras.
That's the difference. I don't he wants.
You don't want the cameras, but you want to keep the games over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, we're hitting – you got a double-edged sword going there. So now I understand where we're coming from now. Belichick –
I didn't articulate it very –
Yeah, he don't want to go overseas, but he wants the money to stay here. And I understand you want to – now I'm with you. But so, anyway, they said, no, we're not going to do that for whatever reason. They have tabled it. Cowboys coach Jason Garrett, meanwhile, asked directly about Belichick's message. And he says, I think we should do it, the proposal for the cameras, to make it more accurate. Now, what's going to happen? I promise you. I don't promise you, but give me 5 or 10 years, you're going to have robotics calling these ball games.
Oh,
The
yeah.
officials will be, I mean, the human side of this thing will be gone. They'll use electronic images.
There'll be
and
chips in the footballs,
yeah.
and when they cross an imaginary plane, you got a first down or you got a touchdown.
You think that's crazy? Hand me that right over there. Hand me that. Let me just say, if you think that's crazy, there was a day when I was a kid when there was a watch, the Dick Tracy and the comic strips, thinking, nah, they'll never be able to do that. That's just all craziness. Here it is. Here's a watch with a camera on it and all the different bells and whistles you can do. So I'm right there with you. Who's to say what they can do? Now, here's what's going on. They're getting ready to change the point after. Now, the proposals are out there. The meeting's wrapped up. They're going to come back and address it in May. Rich McKay, co-chair of the competition committee, says we are going to make changes to the point after in the National Football League. Here are the possibilities. Moving the line of scrimmage back for point after kicks.
I can see that.
Placing the ball on the 1.5-yard line for a 2-point conversion. In other words, just do like college or high school. Forget the kick. Everybody's going to try and run it in from 2-point conversion and eliminate the 1-point point after. Placing the ball on the 1 yard. I told you that one. All right. Eliminating the point afters entirely. Requiring teams to run a play from scrimmage. Allowing the defense to score, as in college ball, if the ball is turned over on a 2-point drive. You fumble it, I run it back, I get a touchdown. So currently the line of scrimmage for both an extra point and the 2-point conversion try is the 2-yard line, which is a chip shot for most of the kickers, obviously. Now, here's what was voted down in the rules meeting yesterday with the National Football League. Voted down was the Bears' proposal. That's Wyman's team. Enough said. Bears' proposal that each team get a possession in overtime regardless of what happens on the first series. Now, if we flip the coin. If the side receiving the overtime kickoff scores a touchdown, game's over. If I kick a field goal, then you get a chance to try and match it. But if I score on the first possession overtime, then I win. It's over.
And that's all about television coverage, because they don't want to. They want the game to keep going.
Yeah.
They want it over as quickly as possible.
So they voted down. All the owners voted down the proposal that each team gets a possession overtime, regardless of what happens on that opening series.
See, I don't agree with that decision.
No. So if I score,
I should have a chance.
If I play 60 minutes and we're down to and you score, then I should get a chance to score.
Exactly right.
Yeah. I mean, that's to me, it's only fair.
But that's all about the TV people.
Yeah.
If it goes in overtime, then they've got to carry over and coverage gets canceled or stopped or whatever because of blackout rules. And that's all about the money again.
So in May, you'll see changes to the point after. They're either going to eliminate it. See, here's what I don't get. Moving it from the 2-yard line to the 1.5-yard line. We're talking this far.
That's for a 2-point try.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I can see moving it back to the 5-yard line or 10-yard line for an extra point because it's getting too easy. I mean, they're chip shots. Okay.
Right.
Make it challenging for these NFL players now. Okay. I can see that part. All right. But doing away with it or manipulating it to a certain extent where it's not what it was. Again, it goes back to what I was saying before. NFL football, when it was founded, it had rules. Now they've changed over the years, but traditional NFL football game period has a point after.
What about putting them back to the 15-yard line and make it a 25-yard point after? Now you got some talent. You got some skill involved.
Exactly right.
Cold weather, windy, raining, now it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
2-yard line's chip shot.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost automatic. In
fact,
fact,
that part I can understand because it's a challenge. The players of today are much more apt at what they do than what the players were back in the 20s and the 30s. Okay, but you got a 2-yard field goal for a point after.
Yeah.
It's too easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd like to see the success ratio of point afters.
Yeah,
because I bet it's in the 90 percentile.
Oh yeah,
easy that they're making 9 out of 10. So it's no challenge.
You'll see more block. You'll see more block kicks too if you move it back to the 20.
Exactly. Put it back. Well, put it to the 15. And with the 10-yard in the end zone, it's a 25-yard point after.
Yeah.
Now it's skill. There's some skill involved.
Right.
And, again, given later in the season, rain, weather, wind, cold, the speed of the defense can block a point after, then it makes it a little bit more exciting. Yep. But anyway, they're going to make changes. They'll let us know, let us all know in May when that's going to happen or what's going to happen. But they are going to change the point after, extra points beginning of the 2015 NFL season. It's the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, don't forget, coming up on Saturday, Bristol Motor Speedway, one of our great sponsors, open house coming up on Saturday. Free hot dogs and soft drinks. Maybe a little cold. Bundle up. I'm going to be there. I'll be bundled up. Bundle up. Come on out. You're going to have inflatables, going to have giveaways. Again, if you have have already purchased your tickets to one of the spring races or the fall races at BMS, then you get a chance to put your vehicle up on the track and drive around, which would be pretty cool. All this from noon to 3, all kinds of things going on, inflatables, kids' activities, and it may be a little cool, but what the heck. Bundle up and come on up there. It's free. Get a chance to get inside the last great Coliseum from noon to 3 on Saturday. It's the Bristol Motor Speedway Open House. Got a bunch of giveaways, some really cool stuff going on, so get a chance, take it in. Yes, it may be a little cool. Bundle up, as I said, and come up there and hang out with us from noon to 3, or at least some of that time, or all the time, on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to being there and do a little MC work for the Speedway for this event on Saturday. We'll take a quick break, come right back. Again, we have straight ahead, we told you about Jared Cosart. We told you about the NFL rule changes. I can't wait. I gotta get onto this thing about NASCAR. Coming up next, I got something that's going to change NASCAR and change sports as you know it. I promise you. This is a big, big deal, and it's, again, where it was buried in the paper, kind of a hush-hush thing. Paper didn't bury it. It was in the NASCAR notes, and I read, and I thought, whoa, this is big-time stuff. We'll tell you all about it. Come back with us on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
It's not just a race. It's the place. A place to set up a tent, park the RV, and start emptying the cooler. A place to fire up the grill in the Tennessee hills and take in the best short track racing in NASCAR. The place is the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Hope you'll join us on April 19th for the Food City 500. Call 423-BRISTOL or visit bristoltix.com. It's not just a place.
It's Bristol, baby!
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about insurance.
Because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know that it's smart to replace washing machine hoses every 5 years? What if you didn't know that you might need extra coverage for more expensive items? And what if you didn't know that teen drivers are 4 times more likely to get into an accident? So, the more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Can I go ahead and put in a Christmas request?
Christmas request.
Yeah. I want some drumsticks.
You want some?
Oh, yeah. I'm doing this all the time. I told you that story where I went to the game. Greg Taylor got me some drumsticks, former drummer, and I took him to a live broadcast back when I was on radio, and I was there pecking on the table and, trying to do my thing. And the girl at the checkout counter said, would somebody, loud enough for me to hear it, would somebody please tell that yo-yo over there to quit playing his drumsticks? He's awful. So what do you think I did?
You kept on going.
Oh, louder. Louder and more obnoxious. So, anyway, give me some drumsticks. I'd love to have some drumsticks for Christmas, which is not that far. We're only 9 months away from Christmas, so there you go. True or false, I got trees up in my home.
You've got Christmas trees everywhere.
There you go. Still up. They stay up year-round. It's Christmas every day at Tom's house. Yeah. So there you go. All right, here we go. Big story. NASCAR, this is, we're on the cutting edge. This will change. Here we go. Mark this down. Tom says on March the 26th, 2015, it's going to change NASCAR. It's going to change the sports world as we know it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Fox Sports exploring virtual reality with Next VR, a technology company that captures and delivers live and on-demand virtual reality experiences. All right. Network tested the experience last week in an Auto Club Speedway in California where Next VR enabled live streaming of the race in virtual reality. Next VR software application, which is embedded into a mobile phone that is then connected to a Samsung Gear VR headset, enables viewers to experience the event as if they were there. All right, so now I'm sitting in East Tennessee, and I get this Next VR software application embedded in a mobile phone that is then connected to a Samsung Gear VR headset, enabling me sitting here in the Tri-Cities to experience the event as if I was there. The footage was streamed to Fox Sports executives and producers working from the at-track television compound. 2 cameras captured 180-degree and 360-degree views from an area on pit road and a second spot between the track and the pits as an experiment. Next VR has spent the last 6 years perfecting their VR technology, virtual reality, which made them the logical first choice for Fox Sports to partner with for this test. Next VR currently is one of the only companies with the ability to transmit live and virtual reality, and their technology is built on a broadcast platform, making it infinitely scalable, whatever that means. So, anyway, virtual reality. So if I'm reading this right, you're going to be able to sit, again.
You can be in the passenger seat of a race car and experience the race.
I could be sitting at the house.
And do that.
Yes. Or I could be sitting here at the house in the recliner, and as if I'm there, because it says enables the viewers to experience the event as if they were there.
Yeah.
So now, does that cut down, in your humble opinion, would that in the future? Because
I think, the technology, of course, is there today, or they wouldn't be doing it. I still think they have a long way to go to make it mainstream. So you're probably looking 20 years down the road before it's going to be that feasible where you can just sit in your, and experience. It's not going to be cost effective up front. People aren't going to pay for it.
But I'm saying this is the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, because, what are we doing right now? We're live streaming. Could we live stream 10 years ago, 5 years ago? I don't know.
Well, maybe, I don't know, but it wouldn't have been we couldn't have done it. It
right.
cost us a fortune.
Exactly. So, I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow. What I'm saying is this is opening the door down the road because then here's what's going to happen. Obviously, it's going to mushroom into Major League Baseball, NFL. You can do the virtual reality.
Can you snow skiing, go down the slope? That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I tell you, I can see where I can see where gosh, I'm losing my head today. I can't think of the words I want to put out there.
You're scared of the quiz show is what's wrong.
No, I'm not scared of the quiz show.
You know what's getting ready to happen.
The appeal. So you got a race fan that lives in Johnson City, Tennessee, that gets to go to maybe 3 or 4 tracks within driving distance to watch races.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got one out at Phoenix. I can pay the money, put on my virtual reality.
That's what I'm saying.
Sit there and experience the race just like I would if I was at Bristol. So I can see where the appeal is.
Yeah. That's my point. When they refine this and make it mainstream, make it cost-effective for the general public, just like what we're doing.
Yeah.
There's still people that don't understand how to get on live stream. So we're on the cutting edge, if you will, of what's happening because this is the wave of the future, Internet broadcasting. So once they get this down and do a big education of the general public, if I'm reading this right, tell me if I'm wrong. This virtual reality, for example, this weekend in Martinsville, once they get this thing down, I can theoretically sit here in Johnson City, Tri-Cities, and be with their VR stuff going on. I can.
It'll seem like you're sitting in the stands or in the passenger seat of a race car
to experience the event as if they were there. As if I'm at the paperclip coming up this weekend in Martinsville.
Yeah.
Okay. Or let's take another step further. Indianapolis Lucas Oil Stadium here in a couple of weeks for the national championship, virtual reality. I'm sitting at the recliner eating chicken, watching it, and I feel like I'm right there in the arena. See, to me, that's not smart from the event standpoint because then why would I chuck out money to drive to Martinsville or go, okay, you got to get there for the crowd and the atmosphere, but if I'm going to feel like I'm there anyway, then why would I put my key in the car and drive to Indianapolis to watch the Final Four in person when I can sit here at the house and pay whatever I got to pay and then you look at it and say, okay, what's going to cost you $400 or $500 to do it? Well, what's it going to cost me to drive to Indianapolis to get a room, watch the Final Four, and drive back? So I'm telling you, it's not going to happen now. You're right. It's going to take, I wouldn't say 20 years. I'd say the way technology is rolling, 3 or 4 years, they get this thing refined.
For 20 years to make it cost effective.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you think of this too. You throw in, see, right now virtual reality pretty much is constricted to visual and hearing, audio and visual perception. Okay. You throw in the smell of a track.
Yeah.
Okay, and the feel of the heat.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's where it's going to be at when you get the true full sensation of being there, because you feel it, you see it, you hear it.
So am I right?
Oh yeah.
Am I wrong? This could revolutionize
It can.
NASCAR. That's where it's starting. It can revolutionize sports as we see it and view it.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting. And, again, I think – so I'd be real hesitant if I was in any of these sport venues to do this, because it's going to – we hear about, well, we don't want to live stream games because the camera kills the crowds. I hear that. Well, you talking about killing crowds. I mean, that's what I think. Because, all right, case in point.
Yeah.
Pick a Daytona. All right, go down and watch the Daytona 500 Saturday. You see the weather forecast, going to be rainy, a little iffy. Well, honey, believe I'll just stay right here and flip on that VR thing, pay $200 or $300, and watch the Daytona 500 and fill it from right here. All right, they lose my ticket money. Daytona loses my hotel money, my food money, my gas money. So it can be a big financial vacuum for these places. So yeah, I told you it's going to You kept saying, "Man, are you sure?" And I kept saying, "I'm going to tell you about this later on. It's going to change things." Now, and I got you over nod.
Well, it'll take some time. It'll take some time, but it will.
But the potential's there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's called, you heard it right here first, it's called Next VR. Again, a technology company that captures and delivers live and on-demand virtual reality experiences. So could work to some people's credit, to advantage, but I don't think so. But we'll see. I'm just right here in little old East Tennessee, living the dream. Ready for the quiz show? I'm ready to watch you go down in flames.
Oh, is it that time?
It is that time. It's time for the quiz show. Brought to you by American Import and Auto Repair, home of the free loaner car program. Christy McAllister was a young lady who won the 50-inch big screen television they gave away. They being American Import and Auto Repair. They do all kinds of cool stuff. Again, you've been down there. I've been down there. I use them for my vehicle service. You did, the church van. Mr. Salyer has used it. Wayne Brown's used them.
Yep,
Buzzer's used them. Alicia Phelps has used them. So a lot of folks use them. 913-3111. Again, American Import and Auto Repair on West Market Street between Johnson City and Jonesboro, there on the, as they say back home, on the 4-lane or the hard road. My grandma used to say, out there on the hard road, on the 4-lane. They do a great job. They're open 6 days a week, and they don't have one, not two, but 3 certified ASE techs/mechanics on staff. That means they have to go to a lot of schooling, a lot of continuing education. TWRA Falls vehicles change every year.
Oh, yeah.
Computer boards, all this different technology. These guys are in there all the time taking continuing ed.
Whatever happened to the 72 Buick Skylark that was my first car? I mean,
really.
I used to be able to change plugs.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do everything on that car. You look at a car now, it's a spaceship.
Yeah. What was the thing you couldn't get wet? Because I used to.
Distributor.
That's it, distributor cap.
Yeah.
That's the one. Didn't have the plugs going down on top of the distributor. Okay, that's one I was
distributes the electrical current to the.
Yeah. So what I would do on my brother's car, just pop the hood, take my squirt gun, open up the distributor cap. Wasn't easy to do because I was a little guy. Just soaked it, put it back down, and
it's useless till it dries out.
I'm down over the hill thinking, yeah, I got him. They'll teach him to whip me and hit me with a wiffle ball bat. I'll fix him. So. So that's not happening now because it's modern technology on these vehicles, and they take care of it. American Import and Auto Repair, home of the free loaner car program. And, of course, who are you playing for today, by the way?
Since I didn't know I was playing, I didn't really have thought about it. Did Hosey ever win?
No.
We're playing for Hosey.
David Holtzclaw.
All
right, Hosey's our contestant. Hit the music. Here we go. He's not going to get a free oil change today. Maybe next week, but not today. Here we go. All righty, here we go. 5 sports questions to challenge my boy Horace again for the quiz show. The bell and buzzer's ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. That'll stay at 7 right there. The Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance Quiz Show scoreboard. Here we go. Question number 1, true or false? Baseball sports trivia. Don Drysdale, true or false, is a member of the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Don Drysdale.
He is in the Hall of Fame. Is that true or false?
Don Drysdale. Why not? Let's go true.
True. Hit the bell. All right. That was a stroke of luck. All right. Question number 2, true or false, baseball trivia, sports trivia. Sandy Koufax, the only pitcher to throw a no-no in World Series history. Koufax, the only pitcher to throw a no-no, or he is the only pitcher, I should say, to throw a no-no or no-hitter in World Series history. Sandy Koufax, true or false?
Oh, man, you talk about World Series. The no-hitters are pretty rare to begin with, and then you limit it to just the World Series. I'm going to say that's true.
True. Hit the buzzer. I like it. Oh! All righty. There you go.
Double shot.
Thank you very much. I'm feeling better. So, sorry, Hosey. Sandy Koufax never threw one. It was Don Larson threw the no-hitter. So.
Oh, well, now there's still only one no-hitter thrown in World Series history.
I said true or false was it Sandy Koufax. I was
Sandy
looking for the person.
Okay.
Question number 3.
Stupid question.
There you go. Now you're feeling my pain. Question number 3, Brett Favre, football. His first NFL team he played for was, true or false, the Minnesota Vikings. Favre's first NFL team, Brett Favre, was the Minnesota Vikings. True or false?
No, he was Packer first. Packer first.
True or false?
True. His first team was the Packers.
All right.
So that would be a false.
Hit the bell. You got it right. But you didn't get it right. His first team was the Falcons, but it was not the Vikings. So you got that one right.
He didn't play for the Falcons.
Yes, he did. He started with the Falcons.
Brett Favre?
Yeah, he started the Atlanta Falcons. You better believe it. Then he went to the Packers and ended up with the Vikings. My, oh, my. Oh, ye have little faith. All right.
All right.
All right, here we go. My man's having a birthday today. The Raider. One of the all-time greats, Marcus Allen, having a birthday today.
All right.
All right. True or false, he played his football at UCLA on the left coast. He played at UCLA. Marcus Allen.
I think he was a USC guy.
Raiders.
I think he was a USC
Marcus
guy.
Allen.
So, no, he wasn't UCLA.
True or false? You're going
False.
to say false. Hit the bell, Horace. He played at USC.
Yeah, I was right there.
All right. Final question in our sports trivia today. Playing for oil change that he's not going to get, and I hate
Three
that
for
him.
four.
Yeah.
3 for 4. Let's see if we'll start out, finish strong here.
NBA basketball, Dirk Nowitzki plays for the Dallas Mavericks. He is from the country of Germany. Is that true or false? Dirk Nowitzki is from Germany.
I don't think it's Germany. It's over there somewhere, but I don't think it's German. So that's false.
It's over there somewhere, honey. Hey, baby, it's over somewhere. Is that true or false? You're going to say that?
It's not Germany, so it's false.
All righty. Hit the buzzer. That's what I want to hear about.
Oh, no.
Give yourself a double with that. That was pretty good. One more time. All right. Thank you very much. That was Horace on the Quiz Show. And as I said, the scoreboard stays safe and intact. The Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance scoreboard as Horace misses Sandy Koufax and Dirk Nowitzki. And those questions were what?
Stupid questions.
Hit the theme, my friend. There we go. All right. All right.
I still was 3 for 5.
Yeah. But it ain't 5 for 5.
That ain't 5 for 5.
There you go. 3 for 5. But it ain't 5 for 5. There you go. Now, let's bring you updates some local sports here. Compliments of the John City Press and the Kingsport Times News. Baseball yesterday. May we give you some scores?
I'll go right ahead.
Here we go. High school baseball from yesterday. Man, Crockett is red hot. They are now 6-1. Crockett beat Gate City 12-1. Virginia High doubles up Tennessee High 4-2. Volunteer all over Unaka 11-1. Johnson County Longhorns get Cloudland pretty good 13-0. Abington shuts out Sullivan East 5-zip. Union Virginia over Sullivan North 21-0.
Oh, that's got to hurt.
Tri-Cities Christian gets a W. They beat University High 11-3, and Granger over South Green in best ball 13-0. So today, here's who's playing where. Scienceville playing in the Smoky Mountain Invitational. Crockett at Stewart's Creek, I don't know where that's at, but they're playing there today. Jefferson County will be in Great Battle Daniel Boone. Dobyns Minutes in Murfreesboro in the Warrior Classic. Wise Central plays at Tennessee High tonight. Unaka at Volunteer. Unicoi County and Mountain Heritage, North Carolina. Cloudland at Happy Valley. Abington, the Falcons in baseball, playing at Elizabethton. Sullivan East at Chucky Doak. South Rebels undefeated. They're playing at Pigeon Forge in a 7:30 first pitch tonight. Providence Academy at Sullivan North. West Green at University High. Busy day. Granger at South Green. And the Greenville Green Devils are playing in Greene County at North Green and a 4:30 first pitch. So we'll go down softball coming up here in a little while. And before we go to the break, we do want to say a big thank you and congratulations to the Johnson City Thunder. Did the man-child play in Little League Baseball?
He played Little League Baseball, but he didn't play with the Thunder.
But he played travel team, travel
No,
baseball?
he did not play travel ball. He just Johnson City Little League.
Little League?
National League.
John City Thunder, 11 and under travel baseball team, won the gold division of the big tournament over the weekend in Kingsport at Domtar Park. The Thunder finished 5-0 in their inaugural tournament of the season, defeated Chattanooga for the championship game. 21 teams from 6 states in that division. Here are the team members. I think it's worthy of saying congratulations to these little guys. 11 and under, I put them in, third and fourth grade, I guess? Let's see, 11 years old. Yeah, third and fourth graders. Carson Jenkins, Gavin Morlock, Jackson Diamond. You just like that name right there. He's a quarterback, too.
His dad played baseball. You can tell that.
Yep.
Diamond.
His mama, by the way, you see her on a local television station. So, Miss Sarah.
Miss Sarah.
Miss Sarah's boy, yep. He can play. He can flat play. Jackson Diamond. That's just got sports written all over.
Oh, yeah.
Now at first base, Horace, 2 for 5, Diamond. Cade Pollock, also on the team. Evan King, Cade Fleeman, Spencer Powell. No, Spencer's a good kid. They're all good kids, but I know him in particular. Bryson Peterson, Corey Conzett, C-O-N-Z-E-T-T. Hope I'm saying it right. Conzett, Corey Conzett, Tim Easterling, and Sean Reed. So congratulations to these little guys out of Johnson City going over there and winning the championship, defeating Chattanooga Generals in the championship game. So good stuff there. All right. College basketball, here we go tonight. Midwest Regional. Where's your brackets? Wichita State and Notre Dame. You picked.
Oh, Notre Dame.
I got the Shockers all the way. All right. Kentucky and West Virginia. Now, one of the guards of West Virginia says, enjoy it because after tonight, Kentucky's going to be 36-1. They're going down. So you got to know that's going to be on the bulletin board in the Kentucky locker room, I would think. West Virginia 25-9. Kentucky 36-0. It starts at 9:45 tonight, which means it'll be midnight before it's over, which is, I don't get that. The marquee team in the league, in the tournament, why would you put them at 9:45 at night? But they did. Wichita State and Notre Dame in the opener. Wichita State 30-4, Notre Dame at 31-5. They'll play at 7:15. They're playing this tonight in Cleveland, both of these games in the Midwest Regional. Then Kentucky and West Virginia to follow. The West Regional tonight. Did you take Kentucky? I guess you did, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't have West Virginia or Wichita State making it this round, but I still had Kentucky and Notre Dame playing, so but had them both winning.
I had Kentucky and Wichita State. What did I come? I had Notre Dame, Wichita State on one side. I had Kentucky and Buffalo.
Where'd you get Buffalo?
Well, I don't like West Virginia, so I predict Buffalo would beat them in Maryland, but they didn't. So I had Kentucky and Buffalo in this game. Well, that's a solid pick. Good grief.
You're trying to give them the championship, aren't you?
Well, it's Buffalo Bisons. It was a nickname, nickname game.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Now, wait a minute. Well, this is all G's. 12 out of the 16 of the Sweet 16. I've got them in there.
I know it.
How many you got? 10
1,
of them.
2, yeah.
10.
Yeah.
And then
Gator. It gets worse as we go on.
It gets worse, yeah. I'm feeling good about this lunch. West Regional tonight. Pick 'em. Wisconsin 33-3. North Carolina 26-11. Who do you like there being played at the Staples Center in Los Angeles?
I got Wisconsin.
All right. And the second game, Arizona 33-3 and Xavier 23-13.
AZ's Arizona.
Taking AZ. All right.
AZ.
She's taking Wisconsin and Arizona. Man, that'd be a great final. They're both 33-3.
Yep.
Somebody's going to get upset tonight. There's going to be one of those that jumps out there and knocks somebody off. We'll tell you right now, North Carolina's got a chance to beat Wisconsin. They're just squirrely enough. They kind of up and down, hot and cold for Roy Williams, and I wouldn't be surprised.
They're going to have to play their game because them Wisconsin corn-fed
awesome.
boys, they're awesome. Yeah, man, they're tough.
Kaminsky and those guys, I love Wisconsin, but if somebody can get hot and beat them, it'll be North Carolina. Xavier, don't know much about them. Arizona, as you said, and you're right, they're very strong. West Virginia could give Kentucky fits. I think Kentucky doesn't, as everybody says, who's going to beat Kentucky's themselves. If they don't come out and play their A game, they could be in trouble.
Yep.
I'm not a big fan of Notre Dame, so I'm going Wichita State just because they're kind of the Cinderella story, the Wichita State Shockers. So, anyway, those are the games tonight. The Midwest Regional, again, Wichita State, Notre Dame, Kentucky, West Virginia. West Regional, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Arizona, and Xavier. Boy, some great matchups. And then tomorrow night, you've got Where you got tomorrow night? You've got
the East and the South.
Yeah, you've got tomorrow night NC State and Louisville, love my Cardinals, Michigan State and Oklahoma. And then also tomorrow night, UCLA and Gonzaga, and Duke and Utah. So there's some good games tomorrow night as well. It's the Tom Taylor Sports Show again on this Thursday. We thank you for being with us. Do you want this 2 for $5 card? You want to pitch it?
No,
you go ahead and throw it. You don't want this for a souvenir? Pitch it?
No,
okay.
no.
All
Sorry.
right.
Stupid questions.
Yeah, now see,
but I do like the fact that you stayed with the sports theme.
Yeah.
You gave me a fighting chance.
Yeah. Because you don't know anything about movies or anything. You don't know much about.
Well, I know more than you do, but.
Yeah. I think okay. Okay, I'll give you that. Well, no, you don't know more than I do, but you know, it could be a close race.
Well, you are older, and you do come from West Virginia.
There you go. Enough said. So, but I wouldn't say you know more than I do. You in key categories, you know more.
I know a whole lot more than what you're looking at right now.
Oh, me, oh, my. All right. So, anyway, we'll do it again tomorrow. And Buzzer can't be with us tomorrow. We'll have a guest contestant tomorrow. I know a couple of folks said, man, we'll step right up and do that if we can. So, there you go. Coming up later on, we're going to check in with Carey Daniels. He's going to join us in about 15 minutes, give us a spring sports update from Dobyns Bennett. Also coming up in the next hour, David Carmichael from the Johnson City Parks and Rec Foot Golf.
Foot golf.
You combine soccer and golf, a new thing, a new wrinkle, new twist. And I'm thinking, really? So we're going to find out about it from Carmichael, and we'll see how he's doing his picks. So we had his I got it here somewhere, his Post-it note, who he said was going to win it all. I hope I didn't pitch it. I've got it here somewhere.
I don't know how you find anything over
here it is. Well, I know exactly. Right here it is.
Yeah.
He picked UVA. He's out on that one. He picked Duke in the South, Kentucky in the Midwest, and Arizona in the West. So 3 of his 4 brackets are still there. So, Carmichael, we'll talk to him coming up here at the 2 o'clock hour. Also, David Crum, the TWRA officer. See what's going on in the woods and waterways. Man, just in the last week here in the region, everything's kind of popped out. Things are starting to bloom out. I know he tells me this time of year folks start going back to the rivers and the lakes to fish. Zzz, blow.
Yep.
By the way, when are you going to take me fishing? You told me last year we're going to go fishing.
When Boone Lake comes up.
That's like 3 or 4 years from now. God. Okay. When Boone Lake comes up. Yeah. Okay. Don't sit by the phone and wait for that call because it's 3 or 4 years away. It looks like anyway, which is a shame. But
well, I'll tell you what, though, the trees are starting to bud out, and I said this early in the week. If my peach tree throws its blossoms out there before tomorrow night and I lose my peaches, I'm cutting her down.
There you go. There's a good chance they're going to lose because there's a hard freeze coming in here. You know that. So it's going to be down to the 20s.
As long as it doesn't, blossom,
right.
I'll be fine.
Now, how big is this tree? Will you get out? Is it big enough?
It's about the same size as an apple tree.
I mean, is it big enough to go up there and throw a blanket across it?
No, it's too big for that.
Too big for that to save the blooms?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to saw her down with
It'd take an awful big blanket and more than one person to throw it.
You and Mrs. V up there shinning up that tree, throwing blankets on the blooms. I would pay to see that.
I know you would.
I would pay to see you and Mrs. V, and you would have no patience. Throw it over there.
Right.
I'm trying to reach it. You didn't get all the bloom over there at the end of the branch. Am I right or wrong?
You probably pretty close.
There you go. Love them to death. Quick break. We'll come right back. We will get ready to visit with Carey Daniels coming up here in a few minutes. Also got some more sports to tell you about. And NASCAR getting ready to get cranked up this weekend. The Paperclip's going to be cold in Martinsville, but a young man's getting ready to make his Sprint Cup Series debut. We'll tell you who that is coming up next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about insurance.
Because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know that it's smart to replace washing machine hoses every 5 years? What if you didn't know that you might need extra coverage for more expensive items? And what if you didn't know that teen drivers are 4 times more likely to get into an accident? So, the more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead.
Talk to farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Hey, Diet Mountain Dew driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. here. On April 19th, I'll be racing at Bristol Motor Speedway in the Food City 500. Tickets start at just $64, so call 423-BRISTOL or visit bristoltix.com today to see me and my Diet Mountain Dew team in Bristol. It's Bristol, baby.
Back on the Tom Baylor Sports Show. Thank you for being with us on this Thursday. Our thought for the day brought to you by our good friend Larry Kaiser from Nationwide Insurance. And here it is. I love this. Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. There you go. I like that. Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. What do you think? I like it.
Yep. Is you can't hang on to what you have. You got to be able to
take a risk. You got to step out of the boat.
Step out on faith.
Yep. Man cannot discover, which is what we've done with this show. Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. Do you know how many people laughed when I told them I was going to do a sports show on the internet and have it on YouTube and well, it won't last. Well, we're 7 weeks into it tomorrow, so happy birthday, 7 weeks. So and it's growing. But we took a step out, just like this virtual reality thing we talked about earlier. People say it'll never work. Somebody way back when said it'll never work, and so they tested it this past weekend in California.
People's comfort zone is radio, but the wave of the future is internet.
Absolutely.
So,
and let me say this: I've been in radio for 35 years, so it's not like that's been my bread and butter for a long, long time. But it is very much where we're headed is the internet. So, once again, they used the word live streaming. Virtual reality, live streaming, which is what we're doing right now, and then podcasting later on. All audio on which ones we podcast now?
TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, and iTunes. You can grab our podcast.
Yeah.
It's not live, but it's the entire show, and you can download it and listen to it at your leisure.
There you go.
And then, of course, YouTube later. You can watch the webcam version.
Yeah, and folks do that.
They do.
Yeah, we certainly appreciate that very, very much. We promote just about anything we can promote sports-wise. We love promoting local, which is what we're getting ready to do. Dino had another good outing yesterday.
Yep. Yes, he did.
Yep.
6 innings.
Daniel Norris, 6 impressive innings, the paper says, out of the Associated Press. Blue Jays beat Baltimore 5-2. 3 hits, struck out 7 without walking a batter. That means he had control.
Yep.
Looks like he's growing his beard back, too, in the picture here, which is cool. Like a man with a beard, walking a batter, struck out 7, no walks. Norris' second start against Baltimore. In his first, he allowed 1 hit in a 1 2/3 innings, rather. And so yesterday let him go deeper into the game. 6 innings, again, a heck of a performance. And I will be shocked. He's on the team. It's just a question whether it's bullpen or starter.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't let this guy go back down. I guess you could, but it'd be a mistake, in my opinion, because he is. Every time he's went out there, he's got the ball. He's lasted longer. He obviously is finding his spots. He's getting the corners to get these strikeouts. So he's doing what they're asking him. I mean, this is not the JV team he's playing. These are the big boys, and he's
his own worst enemy when it comes to his emotions. And that's what they've been saying all along. As he gets more control of the situation and realize that, hey, I'm out here to do a job. Let me do my job and do it the best I can instead of letting a hit or a home run or something get to him and let his emotions dictate how he throws, then he gets better. And I think that's showing here in spring practice that he's getting control of his emotions, and he's starting to improve by leaps and bounds.
And the Toronto pitching coach, Pete Walker, has helped him develop a second changeup. So I don't know you could do 2 changeup. I guess you can.
Yeah.
And so anyway, Daniel Norris had a heck of an outing yesterday. We want him to get I think he's on this team. I don't think they're going to send him down. He'll either be a starter or coming out of the bullpen. And right now, again, I'm not the Blue Jay management, but I would look very strongly at letting him be one of the starting pitchers when they break camp and start the season.
If you go
next
6
week.
innings routinely, your bullpen can come in and do 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, anyway, that's good news out of Toronto, Toronto out of Sarasota yesterday for Daniel Norris, former Science Hill baseball star, and now in the bigs, and looks like he's working himself onto a starting pitching spot. I hope so. He's a good kid, and comes from good stock here in the Tri-City, so we hope he makes it. And, of course, he's representing all of us. So, go Daniel Norris. Now, NFL draft, Tennessee football, Tennessee streak of at least one player selected in every NFL draft for the past half century could end this year. Tennessee streak of at least one player selected in every NFL draft for the last half century, 50 years, could end this year. Cornerback Justin Coleman is the Volunteers' top pro prospect and is a projected late-round pick. Only schools with longer streaks of having at least one player drafted every year, only schools longer streaks in Tennessee are Notre Dame, Michigan, Southern Cal, Michigan State, Florida, and Nebraska. This could be the first year since 1936, way back there, that neither of Tennessee's 2 SEC teams, Tennessee and Vanderbilt, have had anyone selected. So,
wow,
a little thin there in the old draft picks. Now, the number 1 pick was A.J. Johnson, young man who got suspended from all team activities in November, indicted last month on aggravated rape charges, and so they're not going to touch him, and they shouldn't. So the next hope and the only hope is cornerback Justin Coleman. So he's been working out and running through the drills during yesterday's NFL Pro Day, see if his stock will go up, and we hope so. So Tennessee looking to, as we said, looking to get their another draft pick. That's a pretty impressive string. They've had at least one draft pick every year in the last 50 years for Tennessee football. That is pretty strong. So we'll see when next month is the NFL draft. So we'll see how that goes, and good luck to Mr. Coleman for the Tennessee Volunteers. Tennessee loses another player, transfers to Chattanooga, linebacker King. Didn't see eye to eye apparently with the brass down at Knoxville, so he's moved literally to Chattanooga, and enrolled there, and he's ready to play football with 3 years eligibility for the Moccasins. Tennessee, is this normal? All these schools to lose these guys? They've lost, I think I read, 12 or 13 players in the offseason have transferred or either quit or got kicked off the team or just transferred to another school. Is that normal attrition?
Well, I don't know about normal. Well, that 12.
Between 12 and 15. I'd have to go back and give you the number.
I can see 5 or 6, but 12 or 13? Well, I think this shows that Butch Jones, he's got a program. He's instilling his way, and if you don't like his way, take the highway. And these players are starting to sense that, and if they don't like the way he runs the team, then they're going somewhere else. But those are the players you don't want anyways, because they're going to be a bad apple, and they're going to bring dissent amongst other teammates.
There you go. That would be what I would say. It's not a me, it's a we concept, guys. So if you want to be a part of the we team, okay. If you're part of the all about me team, see ya. So let's see. Right before we take the break, we got Carey Daniels coming up here next. The athletic director of Dobyns Bennett. Also coming up next hour, David Carmichael, the Johnson City Parks and Rec, and David Crum from the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency. And we'll also get an update on the softball, who won yesterday, who's playing today, and high school softball around the region. The debut this weekend of a young man named Elliott. You think you know his daddy, do you not?
Oh, yeah.
Wild Bill from Dawsonville.
Bill Elliott.
Yeah. Chase Elliott going to be driving the number 25 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports.
Driving a Chevrolet. His dad drove Fords all those years. He's going to do his Chevrolet.
First of 5 races he has scheduled this season as he prepares to transition from the reigning Xfinity Series champion to replacing Jeff Gordon in the car next year for Hendrick Motorsports. And so now here we go. He has very little experience at the track, just 2 Truck Series races in 2013.
So why are they going to throw him in there on that track?
I don't know. I didn't understand it either. And so the odd paperclip layout of the track with its long straightaways and flat, narrow turns makes it a challenge for drivers. So even Elliott, he says himself, I'm not sure how his schedule was set by Hendrick to put him in this particular track for his debut. He said, I'm excited about it. I'm not complaining. I'm ready to go. It's short track racing, and I love short track racing. So Chase Elliott will be in the field this weekend in Martinsville, the defending champ of the race from a year ago, a guy by the name of Kurt Busch won the race last year in the spring, and a guy by the name of Junior, the guy you like, of course, won the race back in October. And they have 2 races in Martinsville. And what do you win if you win the race in Martinsville? A grandfather clock, which is pretty cool. I like to win just to say, got me a grandfather clock. That's really neat stuff. So that's what's going on this weekend. We'll talk more about NASCAR tomorrow. They'll be on the track practicing, pole qualifying tomorrow afternoon for the Sprint Cup STP 500 on Sunday. And
STP, that's a name brand you haven't heard in a while.
That's exactly right. STP 500. You're right. And so practice pole qualifying tomorrow afternoon for the running on what would be a cool Sunday, I would think, in Martinsville. So it's farther up the road. It's going to be cold here. It's going to be even colder, I would think, up in, I guess you'd say, South Central Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
So
it's going to be cold.
Yeah, the old paperclip, they call it. Quick break. We'll come right back. Hour number 2. We've got Waiting in the Wings, athletic director from Dobyns Bennett. Our buddy Carey Daniels joins us, give us a Dobyns Bennett update, and maybe as a former coach, get his thoughts on tonight's basketball picks. All that straight ahead coming up next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about your insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know that home insurance can keep your stuff covered even when it's not at home? Or that collisions with wildlife on the road may not be covered? And what if you didn't know you could be liable for any accidents on your property? The more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's not just a race, it's the place. A place to set up a tent, park the RV, and start emptying the cooler. A place to fire up the grill in the Tennessee hills and take in the best short track racing in NASCAR. The place is the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Hope you'll join us on April 19th for the Food City 500. Call 423-BRISTOL or visit bristoltix.com. It's not just a place.
It's Bristol, baby!
And we thank you for being with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, hour number 2. Again, we want to say hello to the folks. We're in California. They listen to us in California, North Carolina,
South Carolina,
Michigan, Florida. Got folks in Florida, Virginia. Thank you. So we got folks there. Of course, here in the Tri-Cities, maybe we say hello to Robert St. Clair and also to our buddy Jeff Luthke, and also another one who listens to us and likes us and listens to us through the Facebook. He's told us he likes us, would be our buddy Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park. And also Andy Dietrich at Champion Chevrolet Cadillac in the Bristol Highway Motor Mile, Johnson City. One of our buddies, Carey Daniels, athletic director of Dobyns Bennett, joins us. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Doing great. How are you, Tom?
Just fine, sir. Thank you for checking in with us. And busy time. How many? You're the ADB. I've asked you this before. How many sports are you in charge of day in and day out?
We have 23 sports and 36 teams when you factor in all the freshman and JV teams. 23
sports and 36 teams, which means, and they're going, you got a van going here and got this team going there, so it's constantly just trying to keep up to where everybody's going, right?
Oh, yeah, this is a weekend where everybody's going somewhere. We've got all our vans out and teams traveling, and then next week in spring break, they're all out again and teams going, so spring is a very, very busy time for us here at DB.
Yeah, 23 sports, 36 teams. Let's go around the horn. Let's start with baseball. How are they doing and where are they right now?
Well, I think they're 6-3 or 7-3. We've played good some games, and then we've had a couple games where we've lost a couple close ones there late, and I think we're probably somewhere around second in the league. I don't know how many Science Hill's lost. Science Hill's either got one or two league losses. Crockett has one, and we have two, so we're right there in the top three right now in baseball. And baseball team is down in Murfreesboro. They left this morning, and they're playing in a tournament today, Friday, and Saturday. They'll come home Saturday night. They'll rest or practice, or will probably rest, I guess, Sunday. And then Monday they head out to Charleston for a week of baseball in Charleston, playing in a big-time tournament down there next week.
Of course, you've been a former coach, know that right now what you want to do is get ready for the district tournament and postseason. So you'll take your lumps now or win, whatever, playing this out-of-town competition makes you better for the conference race, right?
Oh, there's no doubt. The better people you play, the better you'll get. And we've got some young guys, I think. Where the last, Ryan, he's come in here and done a phenomenal job 4 years in a row, and he's won over 30-some games and made the state twice. So I think they got a few young guys right now that they're just trying to rely on that are going to have to step up. But going and traveling and playing these places, and in a couple of weeks they'll be playing in Knoxville, is going to do wonders for their experience level and really improve them. And, come tournament time, hopefully we'll get rolling and maybe back down to Murfreesboro again.
Talking to Carey Daniels, you're right. Ryan Wagner's a great choice to be the head coach of that team. He's done a phenomenal job. You're exactly right. Let's shift gears and talk Lady Indian softball. What's going on with them right now?
Well, really about nothing. Poor old softball team. I bet they hadn't played 2 or 3 games. We've been playing for 3 weeks, and bless their hearts, they can't get any games in. The baseball can get them in with our turf even when it rains. But their fields have been so wet. They were supposed to go to a tournament in Hendersonville. That got rained out that second week of March. We've had a couple home games already rained out last week. So we played earlier this week at Volunteer on Tuesday and had a young lady break her ankle, and she had surgery on it. We felt bad for her for that, and hopefully she'll be able to bounce back. But Volunteer is supposed to win the league, and they got us 6-0. They're pretty good. And we're going to play Tennessee High this afternoon about 4:15 up here at Indian Highland. And then he's going to a tournament at Science Hill Friday and Saturday. And hopefully the weather will hold off and he can get those in. And then next week he's traveling down to Azalea, South Carolina to play in a tournament for like 3 or 4 days. So he needs to get some games in. The weather's killed him. I mean, he's, like I say, I think we've only played maybe 3 or 4 games in 3 weeks. So hopefully they can get to where they can start playing regular and get some consistency and get on the winning track and get rolling.
Yeah, I'm looking at the league. Yep, DB's 1-3. They've played 4 games. Some of these teams played 7. One's played 8 games. So, yep, weather's got them behind the schedule. But, again, a very busy time for the Lady Indian softball team. We're talking to Carey Daniels, athletic director at Dobyns. Bennett. Coach, tell me about the tennis right now. What's going on with tennis?
Well, tennis has had some matches rained out. Coach Frank Caskey was just in here a few minutes ago. They're playing Greenville this afternoon. We played Monday, I think we had a match here. So we played Monday and Tuesday, and I think we're playing Greenville today. And in a couple of weeks, they're going to go to Murfreesboro to a big tournament that I think will help them. And then, their star player for the girls' team is Josie Rogers. She signed to go with the Naval Academy. So really, weather's really hurt a lot of the spring sports other than baseball with our turf, like I said. And soccer, we've been able to get most of our soccer games in. But tennis and softball has really had a hard time getting some of their matches in. Bearden had to cancel one day for the rain, and then I think Monday we went to Bearden, I believe it was, and they kind of thumped us. They're a pretty good team. So we've had 4 or 5 tennis matches, and they're hoping to get in a little bit of a roll here and get going. You like to play. These spring sports are sports you can play 2 or 3 days a week. It's not like football you play once a week. So they want to get in that flow where they can play 2 or 3 days a week and, keep getting better all the time.
Talking to Carey Daniels, again, athletic director. Great report so far. Boys soccer, touch on that, and also track and field at DB right now.
Boys soccer's off to a good start. We had a tough game against Science Hill. They beat us 3-2. So they're kind of leading the conference right now. But being right there, within 1 goal, a lot of things can happen, like you say, as we get prepared for district and region tournament time. They will be going, they will be hosting the tournament that we always host every year this weekend. We actually have a team from Oklahoma coming in to play in that soccer tournament, so that's kind of exciting. And we tried to work it out for them to come last year, but they're actually, Coach called Blake this morning and said they're on the road headed this way, so they'll be having their tournament Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so they're off to a pretty good start. I think we've only lost one, and we might have lost one in a tournament we went to a couple of weeks ago. But they're probably like 5-2, 5-2, 6-2, something like that. So they're doing well.
Wow. And track and field, where are we at with that right now?
Track and field, they usually have a meet about once a week. So we've had 2 meets with track and field. They're going to Knoxville this weekend, Friday and Saturday, to run in some stuff. And then next week they're going to a big meet down in Myrtle Beach. So they're doing great. I think that first meet we had like a 4-way meet or something, the first one of the season, and we won that one. Most all the events and everything, and overall, as you score your points, how you do in track, I think we were declared the winner. So Coach Bingham's doing a good job with the track and field, but they're on the road as well as everybody else seems to be this weekend and all next week.
How do you do this? How do you keep track of 23 sports and 36 teams going in every different direction, particularly in the springtime? I'll tell you,
I got it written down here in front of me, so when you ask me questions, I know where they're going.
I don't see how you do it. Lord have mercy. That's impressive because, again, they're going every different direction and needing vans and money to stay and eat and all kinds of things to, again, take care of, the travel plan. So we're talking to Carey Daniels.
And we're looking for a big donation from the Tom Taylor Show to help with these travel costs. So we'll be looking for that check coming in the mail.
Check is in the mail, Chief. I guarantee it. Now, you're a big basketball guy. Of course, I had the privilege of calling your games back in the day at Dobyns Bennett. So, as a basketball coach and a basketball fan, Midwest Regional tonight, Wichita State, Notre Dame. Who do you like?
Boy, I tell you what, that's a tough one. I like Notre Dame as I've watched them this year, but Wichita State played so hard against Kansas. Do they come out to let down, or do they keep playing that way? But I'm kind of torn with this Kentucky thing, them winning it all, and they probably will, and everybody feels that way. But I just kind of in the back of my mind feel like, boy, that's going to be awful hard to go 40-0. And Notre Dame was one of the ones I thought could give them a run for their money because Notre Dame shoots it so well. So if I was picking tonight, I would pick Notre Dame over Wichita State just because they're a very, very offensive-minded team. And, sometimes teams get tight in tournaments and they struggle. And if you're a good shooting team, that can cure a lot of woes. That was one of the things. Buck always had great teams, but his teams were great shooting teams. Kind of like in golf. You can hit it bad, but if you putt well, you can make up for a lot of things. And when you can shoot well, you make up for a lot of deficiencies. So I like Notre Dame.
You're awesome. All right, Kentucky, West Virginia. Do the Mountaineers have anything for Kentucky tonight?
Boy, I tell you what, they'll play harder than Cincinnati, and Cincinnati played them awful hard last week, banged and pushed, and I look for West Virginia to do the same thing. My wife went to the University of Kentucky, so I give her a hard time all the time about Kentucky, and Matt Baker, our assistant coach, is a big Kentucky fan, so I'm always aggravating them about pulling against Kentucky, but I believe they'll get this one against West Virginia.
Now, you've coached. What kind of pressure does Calipari under, and these guys are 36-0, trying to be the first team, as you said earlier, to go 40-0. How much is self-induced pressure did this basketball team put on themselves?
It's funny. Everybody always talks about pressure in sports and all the pressure on, like going 40-0 or like, pressure of beating Tiger Woods in this, golf events when he was in his heyday, or pressure here, and all the media and all the fans' pressure. But, really, when you're an athlete and you're out there competing, the pressure is from yourself. Mm-hmm. What you're putting on yourself to have those expectations to do so well. And I think great coaches that have very successful teams get their kids to buy into it's another game and look at the task at hand. If you can look at the task at hand, play your game, take care of what you're supposed to do, then you don't get wrapped up in that pressure and you just go out and perform, and then you can perform at a high level. But if you start getting in there saying, oh, we don't want to lose this game, or we got to go 40-0, or West Virginia may be an awful physical team, then you get caught up in the other things, and then you let your goals slip away from you. So I think a lot of times that pressure is more put on from within than it is from outside sources that we all seem to always think it is.
That's an excellent point. Before I let you go, West Regional, the other 2 games tonight, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Arizona, Xavier. How do you like those?
Well, I tell you, that Wisconsin, North Carolina could go either way. I'm going to go with Roy Williams. I think Roy Williams will pull that game out, even though Wisconsin's very good. I think Roy's got his kids playing well, and I look for them to upset Wisconsin. Xavier has played well. They've gotten further than I thought. But I actually think Arizona is one of those teams that also can give Kentucky a run for their money. So I like Arizona and North Carolina tonight.
All right. Well, I got you because I won't get you till next week. Next time I talk to you, these games will already be played. So tomorrow night, Louisville, North Carolina State, Michigan State, Oklahoma. Who do you like there?
It's hard to go against Patino. I like Patino in that game, even though North Carolina State's playing well. And then the other one was what?
Michigan State, Oklahoma.
There's another guy, Izzo. It's hard to pull against him. I look for Izzo and Patino to be in that region finals.
I do too. And then the last two, UCLA, Gonzaga, and Duke and Utah down in Houston. How do you like those?
I think Duke and Gonzaga will be in that other region final. I like both of them. And I'm not so sure Gonzaga won't get Duke because Gonzaga has the size and Gonzaga shoots it well too. So I look for Duke and Gonzaga, with Gonzaga making the Final Four. And I kind of think Louisville will make the Final Four up there over Michigan State.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I'm right there with you. Great report, my friend. Thank you. Enjoy next week's spring break. And, hey, we'll talk to you soon, all right?
Roll Tribe.
Roll Tribe. Good man right there. Carey Daniels, again, the athletic director from Dobyns, Bennett. And when I talked to him earlier in the week, I said, what am I going to talk about? 13 minutes later, he's still going, man.
Still going, man.
Yeah. He had a great – talking about the pressure. He had a great point that the pressure, so much outside pressure, but the pressure in Kentucky or any of these guys are going to put on is probably going to be on themselves.
Yeah.
Who's going to tighten up? Who's not going to relax, go out there and have fun? The team that relaxes and has fun, the team that tightens up and just can't handle the pressure, they're going to fold. I don't know whether Kentucky will do that or not, but he seems to think they won't. But he did say, and I agree, I think North Carolina's going to beat Wisconsin tonight, although I like the Badgers. But Roy Williams, can't count him out. We got some great coaches in there right now. Calipari, Tom Izzo, Rick Pitino. I'm not sure some of the other coaches. Oh, we got your little Dick Tracy watches buzzing. What is that?
That's that same number again.
Okay.
I don't know.
man-child pulling another trick on you?
No. That's a 303 area code. Never heard of that area code.
His son from time to time will play tricks on him.
Oh, yeah. He's a prankster.
Yeah. We're sitting there one day, and you got, was it the maintenance department of Lincoln County, Tennessee Maintenance Department? And he said, what? I don't know anybody in Lincoln County. Turns out the man-child, his son, somehow jerry-rigged and had him call his dad's phone. It was classic. So, anyway, good stuff. Quick break. Thank you, Carey Daniels, Athletic Director, Dobyns Bennett. Quick break. We'll come right back, check in with Carmichael from the Johnson City Parks and Rec. He joins us next on our Thursday edition of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's easy to buy insurance and forget about it. But the more you learn about your coverage, the more gaps you might find. Like how you thought you were covered for this.
Check it out, Mom.
When you're really only covered for this. Or how you figured you're covered for this when you're actually paying for this. You might be surprised at what's hiding in your coverage. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
See what might be hiding in your coverage at farmers.com/gaps.
Life has its twists and turns. It can take many different shapes. But a good retirement plan changes with your life. And as we talk about what you're putting away and how much you'll need to retire, what was uncertain becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Hey, Diet Mountain Dew driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. here. On April 19th, I'll be racing at Bristol Motor Speedway in the Food City 500. Tickets start at just $64, so call 423-BRISTOL or visit bristoltix.com today to see me and my Diet Mountain Dew team in Bristol. It's Bristol, baby.
How am I doing? Is that doing good? I'm even with them.
Stick with your day job.
Hey, thanks to Carey Daniels. Great report again, the athletic director at Dobyns Bennett, and we appreciate him very much. It's the Tom Taylor Sports Show again, waiting on the call from David Carmichael from the Johnson City Parks and Rec on this Thursday. Hey, if you're interested in being part of Speedway Children's Charities, they got a great event coming up. It's going to be the annual SEC Dinner, Speedway Children's Charity Dinner, be held on Thursday, April the 16th, 3 weeks from today, beginning at 6:30 in the Bruton Smith Building, a third-floor banquet room. Ned and son Glenn Jarrett will entertain and host the evening's festivities. And if you want to be a part of that, you can contact Betsy Holloman, our buddy Betsy, at 989-6975 for details and to reserve your space. Again, 989-6975 is the number to call. And, again, that would be with our buddy Betsy Holloman from Speedway Children's Charities. And Ned Jarrett and Glenn Jarrett coming to town. It's a fundraiser dinner. And it's always a good time, and they do a lot of neat stuff and sign things, get pictures, and a very laid-back night to help Speedway Children's Charities annual banquet. They'll be coming up 3 weeks from tonight, which is the same date. We'll crank up with Bristol Live 3 weeks from today. Can't wait as we get ready to go racing 21 days from today. Now, coming up next weekend, Antioch Baptist Church. We'll tell you about our good friend Pete Tackett and the gang at Antioch Baptist Church. Easter is the Super Bowl of the church calendar. Most important day of the year for those of the Christian faith. It is the death, burial, and resurrection of the Lord. Also a time when many look back to the church. At Antioch Baptist Church in Johnson City, they're inviting you to one of their 2 Easter services at 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock on April the 5th, next Sunday a week. Were You There? The name of the drama, using media, drama, music, and teaching, inviting you to look at the Easter scene and decide if you see yourself in those at the cross. Antioch is located at 1014 Antioch Road, about a mile east of East Tennessee State, at the corner of Seminole and Antioch. So, again, we would encourage you to, if you don't have a church home, consider checking out Antioch Baptist Church. 2 different services. If you want to go in early, you've got plans for the afternoon. They got services at 9 and 11 o'clock on April the 5th. And the name of the drama, again, for the Easter performance will be and is called Were You There? There you go. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be coming up Antioch Road and Seminole. Seminole and Antioch, I should say, at the corner there, right about a mile east of East Tennessee State University. So if you get a chance, take that in and again, get in there and break bread with them and worship with them and have a big time because it's going to be a fun day. Always a good day. Easter is probably my favorite. I love Christmas.
You got Christmas
I guess
trees
Christmas
up.
trees all over the house. Still do have them up, but I like Easter. Death, burial, and resurrection.
You still got Christmas lights on your gutters.
Yes, I do. I most certainly do. And probably when it gets cold this weekend, just for kicks, boop, I pop that light on. It's amazing how fast the neighbors, they just kind of leave you alone when you pop on the icicles hanging off your gutter in March. I love it. So, all right, let's bring you up today with softball. Again, waiting on our buddy Carmichael to check in with us. He's a busy man, and you kind of keep an eye on that telly. And we will tell you about Crockett defeating Daniel Boone in a cross-county softball game yesterday. Crockett beat them 7-5. Tennessee High beat Sullivan East 11-1. Sullivan Central's Lady Cougars beat Volunteer 12-2. That's a big upset. Volunteer losing their first game in the conference. Central got them. Big win for the Lady Cougars. Then Unaka defeated Cloudland 10-1 in girls softball action. Now, today's games, Daniel Boone plays at Science Hill. Sullivan Central's ladies will be at Crockett. As you heard Coach Daniels say, Dobyns Bennett's Lady Indians hosting Tennessee High. Sullivan East at Unicoi County. Happy Valley at Johnson County. You have Unaka and Hampton. You have Cloudland versus University High at Indian Trail School in Johnson City. That's a 5 o'clock game today. And North Green is at South Green, and that goes today at 4:30. And so that's girls softball action from around the region. We gave you the baseball earlier in the show, and so that's softball here locally. And, man, oh, man, you look at Crockett. They are 3-1 in softball. They're in the top of the conference there. They are 4-1 in baseball, top of the conference there. Their soccer team, I was talking to Tori Head, one of the coaches in the soccer program the other day, and was telling me that they defeated Daniel Boone for the first time, I think she said ever, in soccer, in boys soccer. Is it the first time ever or first time in a long time? I think it's the first time ever they beat them in soccer because they have not been good in the years past, but they, again, are picking up and and getting much better. And so the soccer program and everything at Crockett is on its way up or is up. You know, we saw the boys and girls basketball teams, and they had a good run this year, and they got a lot of the guys and ladies back for next year as well. So that's your softball schedule around the region for today. As we told you earlier, Justin King transferring from Tennessee to Chattanooga. Tennessee coach Butch Jones had indicated last month King was leaving the Volunteers, has 2 years of eligibility, becoming the third former Tennessee player to join the Mocs. Something just tells me there's too many people leaving down there. I don't know why. I'm not down there, but they've got a bunch of guys leave. Peterman left. Of course, he may have seen the handwriting on the wall with Dobbs, but, hey, look at T. Martin. T. Martin got put into the lineup after an injury to which quarterback got hurt, and they put him in there, and the rest is history. So you never know. You're one play away from going in, particularly the quarterback position, but Peterman opted to leave and transfer to Pitt.
Now, these players that you're listing, though, did they contribute last year? Or were they the bench players that were sat because Butch Jones elected to build a program playing the younger players?
Yeah. I'm not down there. I don't know, but it's a good point. They've also picked up ex-volunteer wide receiver Dre Bowles, who's now at Chattanooga, and also linebacker Nikolay Timoshuk. Hope I'm saying it right.
Those names don't even ring a bell.
He was on the roster for 2 years but never got in a game, so he probably said, hey, I'm moving on. But now King played, and so did Dre Bowles. Bowles played. I don't know how much he played, but I remember hearing their names. So anyway, for whatever reason, they've transferred from Tennessee and have moved on now to play for the Moccasins at Chattanooga. Also, Milligan College softball team swept by St. Andrews 5-0, 8-3 in a double dip yesterday at Anglin Field. Milligan fell to 11-9 overall and 8-6 in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Lady Buffs had 11 hits in game 2. Caroline Testerman, Kimberly Robinson, and Mackenzie Lilly all had 2 hits in a losing cause for the Lady Buff softball. Also, East Tennessee State loses. They lose 8-3 to Virginia Tech in college baseball, so the Bucks are kind of hot and cold, and so they're struggling a little bit right now for Coach Skoll. But again, when does it matter? Tournament time.
Yep.
That's all that matters. You go through all these bumps and losses and wins to get yourself ready for the tournament, and so that's what they're playing for right now to get ready for that. But again, they lost yesterday to Virginia Tech. The final score there was 8-3. Baseball action as we speak right now. Let's give you the updates of spring training. Everybody says it means nothing. It means a lot to me, but everybody says, nah. Boy, last night, by the way, Greg came up to me and said, man, you were so down on the Reds. I didn't even get a chance yesterday to report to tell you what all was going on in the Reds camp. You were just down on them. I said, yeah, I'm down on them. You're right.
Yeah, they tied the Rangers yesterday.
Yeah, 6-6.
6-6. Now they're up 5-0 right now.
The Red Legs are?
No, the Reds won. They won 5-0 against the Rangers today.
No, they're playing Cleveland at 4:05 today.
Well, then
that was yesterday.
Okay, they had a doubleheader yesterday.
Yeah, played late last night, won.
So they tied one and then won the second one. Okay.
They got the Cleveland Indians today in Goodyear at 4:05. If you're a Braves fan, they're winning right now. The bottom of the 5th inning, Braves leading the Pirates 5-3. Yankees over Tampa Bay 3-1 in the 4th. Baltimore leads Detroit 3-2 in the 5th. Minnesota and Boston are tied in the 5th 3-3, and the Phillies lead the Blue Jays 1-0 in the 5th. And spring training baseball happening. And
I think Sanchez got the start in that game.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So now here's a story out of Kansas City. I like this. The stadium food safety boss got fired. I want to see what this is all about. The stadium food safety guy got fired. This ought to be good.
Food safety.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. The food safety manager who went public last fall with allegations of unsafe food handling and pictures of bugs, mouse feces, and moldy food at Kansas City's Kauffman and Arrowhead stadiums have been fired. John Costa shared with Outside the Lines a copy of a letter he and his former employer, Aramark, sent on March 17th saying Costa was being fired for cause. Costa came forward publicly with his concerns last November after the World Series games at Kauffman Stadium. He detailed allegations complete with photos of cockroaches in vending areas. Oh, God. Mouse feces on the same tray as pizza dough. Sinks where employees were supposed to wash their hands being blocked by boxes of trash. I don't know why it's funny. Employees eating in food prep areas and trays of food headed for customers that measured at unsafe temperatures. So there you go. They also got written up for mold growth in ice machines. That's not good.
No.
Dirty pants, trays. You're over there reading something. When I said that, your head snapped. I said, mold growth and ice machines. That is not good. Dirty pans and trays, an excessive number of fruit flies. Whoo! Okay, I'm heading to Kansas City. Get me a dog there at Kauffman Stadium, where the Royals play, or Arrowhead Stadium, where the Chiefs play. So this guy gets fired because he reported this stuff. Got put on paid administrative leave, and now he's since I think's been let go. So, oh boy. So good grief! Mouse feces on the pizza dough trays. Nasty. Whoo! Nasty, nasty stuff. All right. We're going to take a break, come right back. We're going to check in with our man, David Crum from the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency. We'll try and hook up with our buddy Carmichael later on. He's got some good things to talk about. Obviously, he's in a meeting or something, so we'll check in with our buddy Crum. He's due to join us next from the TWRA here on this Thursday edition of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's not just a race, it's the place. A place to set up a tent, park the RV, and start emptying the cooler. A place to fire up the grill in the Tennessee hills and take in the best short track racing in NASCAR. The place is the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Hope you'll join us on April 19th for the Food City 500. Call 423-BRISTOL or visit bristoltix.com. It's not just a place.
It's Bristol, baby!
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about your insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know to update your coverage when adult children move home?
Oh, heck no. Or that you could get coverage for identity theft through your homeowner's insurance.
And that your valuables can be covered by home insurance even when they're not at home. The more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again on this Thursday. We thank you for being with us. Our 34th day together tomorrow. We'll wrap up 7 weeks of the show. Just 7 weeks we've grown, and we appreciate that very, very much. Let's go to the phone. One of the guys always likes to tell them what's going on in the woods and waterways. Our buddy David Crum, the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency officer. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine, Tom. How are you doing today?
Just fine, sir. Let's jump in and go. A juvenile turkey hunt coming up. Tell me about that, would you please?
Well, this weekend we've got the juvenile turkey season opening up for the whole state. Young sportsman-only hunt, ages 6 or 16 can participate, and they have to participate with a non-hunting adult, 21 years of age or older, that is in position to take immediate control of the hunting implement. It's a really good weekend. It's going to be a chilly weekend, but it's a good weekend to take the young sportsmen out and give them an early opportunity to harvest a turkey. Statewide season opens up the following weekend for the rest of the state and the rest of the folks throughout the state of Tennessee. Should be a really good weekend for the young sportsman hunt, and you never know, you may get a chance to take a young sportsman out and get them hooked on what the good Lord above blessed us with here in East Tennessee.
You keep pretty good tabs on this. What are you hearing across the state? Is it a pretty good, I guess crop would be the right word, crop of turkeys this year or not?
Pretty good population of turkeys. How about flock of turkeys?
Flock. There you
We'll
go.
go with
Crop.
instead of crop, since you don't, plant turkeys.
All right. I heard you.
I don't know
Okay.
what they did in West Virginia, to the Sasquatch League of basketball up there, but hey, it is what it is here in Tennessee.
Thank you. A flock of turkeys. Pretty good flock, is that right? Across the state? All right.
Good flock of turkeys across the state, because last year probably had the best mast year, hard mast, food mast for the animals. Had more acorns than you could shake a stick at coming off of the trees last year. So there's been a lot of food for the deer, bear, turkey, squirrels, and all other animals out in the woods. It should be a really good flock and possibility of a good, successful hunt. Probably several young sportsmen this weekend would have their first successful, wonderful hunt.
Now, young sportsman by definition is what, under 18, under 12? What do you call a juvenile turkey hunt? By what age?
It's allowed to age 6 through 16 is allowed to participate.
There you go.
So 6 through 16 will be able to participate, plus you have the adults that will be taking the young sportsmen out hunting, but it's only limited to age 6 through 16.
We're talking to David Crum, our buddy from the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, the officer who joins us each week. So this juvenile turkey hunt, do a lot of the people leave here and go to other parts of the state to hunt? Do they stay here and hunt, our local folks? And do you have other folks from the other parts of the state coming to East Tennessee because of the turkey flock?
We actually have a very good population, huntable population of turkeys here in East Tennessee because of all the concerted efforts put forth by the National Wild Turkey Federation and other volunteers of the trapping and relocating. Many years ago, we did not have many turkeys at all in East Tennessee. I grew up in Greene County, and there were no turkeys in Greene County while I was growing up. But now Greene County is one of the top 3 highest turkey harvest counties in the whole state, harvesting several birds each year through the fall and spring season. So we've got good populations here in East Tennessee. A lot of folks just stay right here at home. And we actually have several events going on around the area. One group in Washington County is the East Tennessee Young Sportsmen Outdoors, and they're putting on to where they can actually get young sportsmen to come out, and they set them up with a mentor to take them out to turkey hunt. It's a really good time. A lot of folks spending some time out in the woods.
We're talking to David Crum again, our buddy from the TWRA. Switching gears, spending time in the woods. What's going on right now with the lakes and the rivers and the streams with fishing right now? How's that going?
Well, the fishing right now, the warmer water folks actually went out and started doing some good. Several people were out this past weekend with the warmer temperatures, out enjoying themselves, catching some fish. Don't know what this coming weekend is going to, what type of impact those low temperatures will have. Normally, if you talk to folks, they'll say that the cold front's coming through. They'll actually give the fish lockjaws or their mouths closed. They'll be harder to catch during the cold snap. But it should be a really good weekend. Temperatures next week, if you look at them, the guesstimated temperatures are getting back up into the 70s. So the fishing is really starting to pick up.
Good stuff. Again, our buddy David Crum. Now, you were telling me off air about a state record bass was caught. Tell me about that.
Yes, sir. Down on Chickamauga, it is now a certified state record down on Chickamauga Lake, north of Hamilton County or Chattanooga. An individual caught the new state record bass of 15 pounds, 3 ounces. That shatters the state record of 14 pounds, 8 ounces that had stood for 61 years. And this individual caught the bass. He was down there. He caught it a few weeks back, but it takes a little while to get everything certified and proven. They've actually taken scale samples to check to see if it actually has some of the Florida strain of bass in it. TWRA had released some Florida bass into Chickamauga Lake, hoping they would have a positive impact. They started that program back in the year 2000. They were hoping it would have an impact, a positive impact on the size of bass available to the anglers of the state of Tennessee. And it's a very good possibility. It's not been confirmed, but it's a very good possibility that this bass did have some of that influence coming into it. You think about it, Tom, 15 pounds, 3 ounces, that's a big fish.
That's a big fish. Now, if I'm going out fishing, Crum, and I catch a Florida bass versus a Tennessee bass, will you have like a little straw hat on? How will I know this bass is from Florida?
Well, he'll have a little straw hat on, be sipping a Mai Tai or something along those lines. Of course, if you catch one of those West Virginia bass, Tom, it's only got one fin, swims around in circles all the time.
Okay, Crum, you got me. That was a good comeback, Bubba. So
thank you. I appreciate that.
Give me.
You gotta. I tell you, there's so much so much literature and well-documented stuff about the beautiful state of West Virginia. Nothing against the beautiful state of West Virginia. There's some unique things come out of West Virginia. Oh, wait, Tom, aren't you from West Virginia?
Let's see.
Yeah, you know, the Sasquatch League, the length of the Sasquatch League of basketball lasts about as long as the lost state of Franklin, I believe.
Give me the hook, Crum. You've got me today. That's good. Give me the hook. Good
Okay,
grief.
so, all right. Remember, folks, get your kids hooked on hunting and fishing. You don't have to worry as much about them getting hooked on other things. And safe boating saves lives.
Great report, my friend. Have a good weekend. I'll talk to you next week, all right?
Thank you very much, Tom. You stay bundled up and keep that ever-growing forehead covered up and warm.
That's our buddy David Crum. Oh, he's on me all the time. That's good stuff. So, fishing, man, a 15-pound bass.
Big bass.
Ooh, that's a big bass right there. So, good stuff.
I think a 3-pound smallmouth fights like the Dickens. So, I mean, a 15-pound, man, that's a big fish.
How big a test line do you have to have for that one?
Oh, you better have. Well, my guess is they probably caught it on some around 20-pound test. But you catch a bass on. Most people fish with 12 to 14-pound test when they're doing bass fishing, and you catch a bass that big, you better have your drag set just right because it's going to run some line.
There you go. Zzz, there you go. You remember the old Zebco reel? When I was a kid, we had the Zebcos.
Zebco.
Now, why is that funny? You remember the little Zebco, little black and white Zebco reel?
I remember them. They break after the first time you use them.
Well, they did. You're right. So broke mine on my brother's shoulder in a little altercation.
Some break for traditional use, some break because of
self-defense purposes. There you go. That's exactly right. The old Zebco reel. Let me tell you about the good folks again at Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics. Again, one of our great sponsors. 39 years, 4 locations, 1 family. By the way, got a great story coming up here about the late Dean Smith, basketball coach in North Carolina. What a nice class act. We're going to tell you why here in just a second. 39 years, 4 locations, 1 family. Going to have Will Graybill on, I think, tomorrow. He's due to join us. And one of the things they treat a lot of here in our region is diabetes. It is really growing. It's become almost an epidemic problem, particularly young people, but they treat thousands of patients dealing with diabetes and its side effects through wound care, office visits, and preventive care. Most of their patients are seen after the problem arises. Now they have diabetic footwear at Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. They also use custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery. And also at Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they have custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes. And so that's all available again at, as we said, Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics. And again, that number is 1-800-524-4447. If you need to brace it or replace it from head to toe, you know where to go. That's at Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics. Let's go to the phone. Hello, who's this? Is this Mr. Karma?
My name is Jennifer, calling from your Medicare-approved plan at Humana. I'm sorry I missed you. I'm calling to welcome you to Humana and take a minute to let you know that we have several health programs for members that we offer as part of your membership at absolutely no additional cost.
I love it.
These programs are designed to help members
she's recorded.
manage their
Yeah.
health conditions. To help me identify which health programs may be of benefit to you, I need to ask you a few health-related questions.
Go ahead.
This will take just a few minutes.
I'm
and
all
your
ears.
responses to these questions
This is
will be
great.
kept confidential and will not impact your health insurance coverage or benefits in any way.
I just want to hear the first question.
Whenever you're ready to take our short questionnaire, just call us toll-free at 1-866-452-6442. Again.
Bye, Jennifer. All right, so there you go.
Your first spam call on your telephone studio
I'm waiting on
line.
Carmichael, and I get Jennifer from Humana. That's good stuff there.
Oh, spam alert. I wish we had a little line or something that said spam.
Oh, well. 39 years, 4 locations, 1 family, Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, and 1-800-524-4447 is the number to call. Located in Kingsport on Broad Street, in Bristol on Highway 126, right down from Still Creek Park, in Greenville on Justice Drive, and Pounding Mill, Virginia, Short Street. Now I'm paranoid. A little gunshot now to answer that blinking light from here on in because it may be Jennifer from Humana. She wants me to call and answer some kind of questions or some kind of survey.
Somebody's put that phone number down.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere, and Humana's called you, thinking there's somebody different. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's good. That's good stuff. So we'll keep an eye. Maybe the real caller we're looking for is Carmichael. Will call us here, coming up here in a few minutes. Great story out of Chapel Hill. Dean Smith got a chance to thank his players one last time. The former North Carolina coach who died last month at the age of 83 directed his trust and his will to give $200 to every letter winner who played for him during his 36 seasons as head coach of the school. How about that? If you played and you lettered, he's going to give you a little $200 gift. Wouldn't be a bonus, $200 gift. Trustee of Smith's Trust, Tim Breedlove, said the $200 checks were sent out on Monday to about 180 letter winners. So let's do a little ciphering here real quick. I'm going to say it's $36,000. Let's see. 200 people times $180 a person equals $36,000. There you go. So the trustee, $36,000 going out of his will to the players that lettered. Isn't that cool? That is really cool. That is class. So, again, $36,000 out of Coach Smith's will or out of his trust. $200 a check going to the players who lettered, about 180 of those. The letter addressed to one of the players of the 1993 national title team says, it was circulated on social media, says his message was, quote, enjoy a dinner out compliments of Coach Dean Smith.
Wow.
So you can take it, you can use it any way you want to, but he said, hey, go out and enjoy dinner compliments of Coach Smith. Isn't that cool?
Yep.
And, of course, we lost him last month at the age of 83, but giving each player that lettered a $200 gift, and it adds up to $36,000. That's a chunk of change. So where are you going to be Saturday? Coming up to the open house?
Might do that.
Yeah.
I had to think
Mrs.
about
V,
that.
get a hot dog soda pop?
Mrs. V's got cantata practice.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Forgot about that. Well, we do too, but we won't be there.
That's right. You got a prior commitment.
There you go.
Hey, yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, I talked about a food item that I wanted to let everybody know about. And when I guess I just forgot about it, but
There's another one.
Well, this is one that I guess if I was there, there's no doubt I would probably jump in on this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would I finish it? The odds are very slim.
This is not nacho on a stick. It's
something
else.
It's not nacho on a stick.
Okay.
I'm gonna post it up here on a picture of it.
Go for it.
This is called the Strasburger.
Strasburger. It's up on the screen. All right,
it's
go
up
ahead.
On the screen.
All right,
you
tell me about
find it at Washington Nationals Nats Park. Okay. 8-pound hamburger.
Oh, what?
This sucker comes in at a whopping 8 pounds.
Oh.
Yes, and I'm looking at a picture of it, and it is a monstrosity.
An 8-pound burger.
8-pound burger. Looks like it's got cheese and lettuce and tomatoes and pickles. The biggest sesame seed bun I've ever seen, and on top of the bun, you've got looks like peppers and tomatoes on skewers.
An 8-pound hamburger.
8-pound hamburger. It's designed to feed 8.
Now, what's the traditional hamburger? Quarter pound, half pound?
Half pound, yeah.
Maybe a pound at the most?
Yeah.
We're going 8. Oh, it's that big to feed a family.
It's supposed to feed 8.
Oh, I got you.
This sucker costs $59.
To feed 4? Family 4?
Feed 8.
Feed 8.
But, you know.
You try and get one. You try and eat that, wouldn't you?
I would try. It's a monstrosity.
See, I would go with you and say, I'm going to lay down a $100 bill and say, if you can eat this whole thing, I'm going to give you $100.
Yeah.
$59 burger.
$59 burger, and it comes in at a whopping 8 pounds.
Now, how big is, I can't see the picture, how big is the bun? I mean, it'd have to be.
Well, it covers the burger. I mean, it's a monster. Here,
Wow.
look at it on this. I got it on both.
Holy smokes. Good grief.
It's a monster.
I've obviously never seen it. Well, I bet they'd have the bun special made, too. They'd have to.
I'm sure. Yeah.
An 8-pound hamburger called the Strasburg, is that right?
Strasburger.
Strasburger, and that's at the Nationals Park in D.C., right?
Yeah.
Nation's capital.
Yeah.
The Strasburger.
Yeah.
Now, would that flip your trigger more than the nacho on the stick?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you're a burger.
I'm a meat and taters guy.
Oh, you're a meat and taters guy. You got that right. So,
but I still want the churro dog. I've got to try one of those.
And where did we go get that? Phoenix?
Phoenix.
That was at the track, right?
No, that's the ballpark. The track had the was it the carburetor?
Carburetor.
Well, the carburetor crunch.
There you go.
Yeah.
How do you remember this stuff? You're all about this food. Carburetor crunch. and the Chero dog.
Yeah.
And now you told me we went down a couple of weeks ago when you went down to Florida on vacation that ballpark food was pitiful.
No, pitiful down there.
You sent me a picture of the nachos, and this is like
it was worse than what you get out of high school.
Yeah, so this is pretty wimpy.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Lame, I think was the word you used.
Lame.
No, you used the word pathetic. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Pathetic. What was down there that you enjoyed? Did you like
they had the
lemonade?
The fresh squeezed lemonade. Oh, yeah. Awesome. But yeah, that's my weakness.
Yeah, yeah, because you say it with such passion.
I know it.
Fresh squeezed lemonade. Okay, so it's like, all right, fresh squeezed lemonade. That was in the uptick. What was the disaster besides the nachos? Did you get a hot dog? Was pretty crummy
hot dog.
too?
Yeah, but the mustard was just completely
nasty.
Oh, it's overkill.
Yeah. And what did Mrs. V have? Did she have anything that would?
No, she just had popcorn.
All right, she didn't jump out there and do anything.
Popcorn in the water. She's real original.
She's not listening.
She knows it.
Yeah. All right. So, anyway, that was on the trip, and nothing really jumped. Did they have any kind of specialty things you just didn't get that they had, like the Blue Jay Burger or something?
No.
Okay.
Of course, this was the home of the Rays. Yeah, the spring training.
Oh, that's right. You were traveling, Rays. So there was no.
Now, Mrs. V said she walked around the park a little bit, and she went on the other side, and she said there was a few vendors on the other side that had some bratwurst and some Polish sausage and stuff like that, but they were not in a convenient location. Let's put it that way.
Now you go to the Smokies game a lot down in Sevierville, the Smokies games. Do they have any kind of specialty down there, the Cub Burger or anything? Or
I never really have checked out the names of it, but they've got great nachos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good nachos. Their hot dogs are second to none.
Really?
Yeah, good ballpark franks. Oh yeah, Betty, they're good stuff.
Now Greg told me last night that somebody's. Who did he tell me is selling the red peanuts? I don't know what he's talking about. He said you don't have to get them at the ballpark in Cincinnati. You get the red peanuts around here. I don't know what are red peanuts. Are spicy?
Beats me.
Oh, I thought you all shared the peanuts when you went up there.
I don't eat peanuts.
Why don't you eat peanuts?
It's not substantial. I mean,
they're not substantial.
No, I mean, it's just come on. It takes thousands of them to fill me up.
8-pound burger, substantial. Bag of peanuts, not so much. Fresh squeezed lemonade. There you go. All right.
Have you ever had them at the little Appy Fair, the Appalachian Fair? Fresh squeezed lemonade?
Nah.
You've never been over there and had a fresh squeezed lemonade?
No, I'm not a big lemonade fan.
Son, you are sheltered.
I know that. If I ever told you that story, I went to the fair. I've never told you that story. I go up. I got the kids with me. I go up to one of the Civic booths and said, "Need 2 hot dogs, chili, and slaw." Okay. Get over there and sit down. Unwrap it. No weenie. Just hot dogs,
slaw,
and chili, and a bun, and no hot dog. Well, I thought, well, okay, they just made a mistake. Open another one. No hot dog. So I take it back. This is classic. So I take it back up to the window, and I said, "Ma'am, yeah, what do you need?" I was like, "Okay, can I have a hot dog from a hot dog, please? I don't have a weenie in the bun." "Sure." "How many you need?" I said, "Well, I actually have 2, ma'am." I'm looking through the screen. She says, "Bring me 2 hot dogs up from this guy." Okay, so they bring
a whole new hot dog.
Honest God is my witness. They bring 2 hot dogs up, and this lady comes up with little plastic gloves, holding these 2 little weenies. She said, "Put your bun out there." And so I opened the little screen and slide it. Put the 2 weenies in and said, "Next."
Come back.
That was it. That was it. So I thought, wow, that was good.
Well,
so
coming back to that stand
I
again.
did not go back to that stand. That was 4 years ago. Ain't been back since.
Was this at the Appy Fair?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're kidding.
No. So I'm not going to tell you which one it was. Doesn't matter. It's volunteer driven, so they're just doing what they got to do. But need 2 hot dogs and these buns. He didn't have any bun.
That sounds like something happened to me.
Yeah. Need 2 weenies up front. So she comes up, hold them like this. "Let me see your buns, please." And I slide them. She turns around and walks away. And the lady says, she's done with me. She says, "Next." So I said, "Okay." There you go. That would be my luck at the old fairgrounds.
Got 2 buns to show her.
Yeah. But I never got any fresh squeezed lemonade at the old fairgrounds.
Oh,
so
mercy.
It's not a big fan of lemonade. I'm a big fan of NASCAR. Here we go. Top 10 driver ratings headed to Martinsville. The number 1 driver based on wins and finishes and so on and so forth. 8-time winner Jimmy Johnson is the man to beat this weekend in Martinsville. That they'll get going tomorrow at the Paperclip up the road in Martinsville, Virginia. Top 10 driver ratings in Martinsville. Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon. Oh, yeah, you don't like this guy. Denny Hamlin, You don't like this guy, Junior. All right. Oh, Smoke, fifth best driver's ratings heading into Martinsville. It won't matter. He ain't having a very good.
Smoke generally is good on short tracks. That's what he grew up with. So.
No, he's like Tiger. He's past his prime. It's over.
Past his prime.
Jimmy Johnson, watch him go to win Sunday. Boy, why hear it. Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Denny Hamlin Jr., also Tony Stewart, Kyle Busch, who won't be there obviously. Clint Boyer, this guy needs a win. He has been in a big offer for several years. Boyer, the seventh best driver in Martinsville. Then comes Harvick, Ryan Newman, and Joey Logano. So those are the top 10 drivers and ratings heading into Martinsville tomorrow. Here are the points heading that way. And see, where's Smoke? 32nd. All right. Harvick, Logano, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, Ryan Newman, Jimmy Johnson, Casey Kane, Paul Menard, and Eric Almirola are the top 10 in points heading tomorrow to qualifying and practice. It all gets started tomorrow about 12:30 up the road to the Paperclip in Martinsville. Man, these guys go from 3 races out on the West Coast with hot 89-degree weather heading back into Martinsville this weekend. They're talking highs on Sunday. Here going to be upper 40s, low 50s, so probably cooler even up the road in Martinsville. Yep. So big change in the old weather swing, and, of course, that affects the cars, obviously, on the track. So
it's going to be cold Saturday at BMS.
Yes, it is. We're going to be there bundled up.
Think they got a Tony Stewart hat? Stewart Haas hat up there?
I'm sure the discount section, yeah. Oh,
discount section.
Boom. Yep. Probably on the clearance rack, Tony Stewart hats. Yeah, that was good. Come on, that was good.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good. I'm on a roll today. Now, let me tell you one thing before we get done here. This is before we run out of time. Now, my man is teaching me how to do things on the computer, right? And it's been a learning curve, and I'm the first to tell you, but I'm learning faster than he's giving me credit. Drew at the track said, man, you're picking up on this stuff. Thank you. Him, not so much. But anyway, so he fixes the printer
Drew doesn't
back here.
Get a call at 10 o'clock at night.
No, he doesn't. So, and you don't much anymore.
No, you're getting better.
Thank you. I can't believe you said that. Anyway, so the other day, he gets a big horse laugh out of this on the phone. So I got in there. I tried to highlight something off this NASCAR site to get some information for the show. Hit the button for print, and 37 pages later, I get stuff. There's stuff from last year. I don't even know what it is. So anyway, I thought you'd enjoy me telling that because it was all over the road. But
and after you called me, I told you what to do, and it worked the first time.
Worked perfectly.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. And Mrs. V said, he's like that. He'll just get on you and won't leave you alone. I said, there you go. He said, once he's got you, he just stays on you.
Reel you in, big guy. Reel you in.
Yeah, we don't pay attention to him. All right, we're about done on this show. Again, we've had a good time. Mr. Carmichael's been detained. We'll try and get him back on the show for tomorrow, heading into the weekend for foot golf and also the Art in the Park. Do want to say thanks again and one more time to our buddy Larry Kaiser. We told you the thought for the day, and then the phone rang, and was that when Jennifer called from Humana? But man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. Man, that means if you want to get anywhere, you got to take a risk. If you do the same things every day, you're going to get the same results. Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. You got to step out in faith and take a risk. That's exactly what we've done with this show. And hey, with his help, it's working, and it's totally his deal. And we want to say thanks again to him. Again, the man who hung on the cross for us. Smart Ride, Larry Kaiser, Nationwide Insurance. Smart Ride, we reward drivers who always play it safe. He sponsors the thought for the day. If you're a safe driver, Nationwide has a Smart Ride program developed especially for you. Now, you'll earn an instant 5% discount when you sign up right out of the chute. Excuse me. The safer you drive. By the way, hello to the Apester. I haven't heard from the Apester today. Hello, Apester. Safer you drive, the higher the discount you can get up to. You think he's mad because we showed her Happy Hump Day hat yesterday?
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't heard from. This dawned on me. I haven't heard anything from the Apester today. Normally we have a text by now, so I would assume this time of year they're busy. Very, very covered up, getting ready for the spring paving season. Safer you drive, the higher the discount you can get up to 30% at Nationwide. Smart Ride gives you personalized feedback to help you make even safer driving decisions. Join this free program that's good for 6 months and start saving today. And call Larry again at 282-1389 and you have, or go to the website, check them out, KaiserL at nationwide.com. They put members first at Nationwide because they don't have shareholders, and we appreciate that very, very much at Nationwide Insurance again in Johnson City. Everything good? All hands feel good about everything?
Yeah.
All right. We had a good show, and, again, lots of information, and we'll pick right back up tomorrow and give you some more good information, what's going on around the region and around the sporting world. We got some new guests coming on tomorrow. Very excited about that. And, again, our basketball picking panel, Horace has got 33. I've got 33.
No,
He's got 34. I'm sorry. I've got 33. And my man at Cherokee Barbershop, let's squeeze him in real quick. My man Gator, he's got, what, 35 picks? He leads us both in the picking panel.
Yes.
And I called him the other day. He said, I can't even find my bracket. Do you have mine? You have a copy of mine? So he don't even know.
Well,
and
yeah,
he's
I've
winning.
got a copy of his. He gave it to me.
He can't find the original. So he's
not
winning.
My problem. He doesn't
I
make
know,
a
but I'm
copy.
saying he's winning. Don't even know who he picked. I love it. The Gator Man. Cherokee Barbershop, again, located on South Roan Street, right down from Tipton Haynes Farm in Johnson City. The barber pole's out. That means he's in. Open Tuesday through Friday from 8:30 to 5, and then Saturday from 8:30 until 1. Again, haircuts are free. Cup of coffee will cost you $11. Get to keep the cup. And, again, he does that straight razor shave, and
yeah,
it's about time to you're getting a little shaggy over there, Cowboy.
I think next week.
Oh, it's next week.
I think next
Don't let
week.
it go. You'll look good for Easter. So you want to look spiffed up for Mrs. V for Easter. There you go. Our buddy Gator Man at Cherokee Barbershop, thank you, my friend. We are out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Show brought to you by the good folks in Bracken Asphalt Maintenance, Greg Taylor and the gang of Wells Fargo Financial Network, Bays Mountain Park, Mike's Medicine Mart, Cherokee Barbershop, Larry Kaiser Nationwide Insurance, Book Lovers Warehouse, Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, American Import and Auto Repair, Bristol Motor Speedway, and by Jim Clyde Farmers Insurance. He's Horace. I'm Tom. Thank you very much. Hit that music. We're gone. We'll rejoin you tomorrow at 1 o'clock with tickets to give away at Bristol Motor Speedway. Yeah, and go to the Tom Taylor Sports Show at gmail.com and register for the tickets to Bristol. We'll give away some more of those tomorrow. Again, out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Back at it tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Till then, so long, and thanks for listening and watching the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So long, everybody.